Hello friends, both old and new. I am John St. Baptiste, and this is Music Makes the People Come Together, where we share amazing and eclectic music with amazing and eclectic people like yourselves. Normally on Wednesday night, I would be doing midweek music ear candy. We are going back to that format next week. If you have sent me something, it is in the works and it will be coming up, but this is something that was requested of me quite some time ago. And I'm going to do part 1 of 7 for Miss Clarissa Thompson, who requested this on Geek Chat. She asked if somebody could take one song per episode and break down Game of Thrones. Threw down that gauntlet. And I, being the masochist that I am, opted to pick it up. So here's going to be your playlist for Season 1 of Game of Thrones. If you just want to check the music out, you can do so in the description down below. If you'd please be so kind, hit that like button on your way out. When you come back for my curation, please, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Share this with somebody. And if you'd like to know whenever I put things up, hit that notification bell, so you'll always know when I put things up. Now, without any further ado, we're going to go right into this playlist. I'm pretty excited about this, and it took me a little time. Hopefully the next one will come up relatively sooner than this, because it's been about 2 months since that gauntlet was thrown down. But I'm going to see what I can do. So, here we are. Episode 1 is called Winter is Coming. And one of the main focuses of this episode is the relationship between Robert Baratheon and Ned Stark. And what I decided to do is take what I think is probably Ned Stark's internal monologue, because his best friend is the only person on the planet who makes his wife look like an intelligent and logical decision maker. So the track is Death on Two Legs by Queen. This is a very lyrically decided track, and I think it works very well with that perspective from which I am looking at it. So I hope you dig on that. Following that, episode 2 is The King's Road. Now, this one was very easy and very hard at the same time. I decided to go with George Michael's cover of The Long and Winding Road by Paul McCartney, which seems like a cop-out, but when you really pay attention to the lyrics and you really pay attention to the music, it has some much darker, far darker connotations. And this is an amazing cover that I just wanted to share with everybody, and I think it works really well with that scene. It leads me to your door. Following that, episode 3, Lord Snow. This episode focuses on people coming into their new lives and discovering that they are not what they wanted them to be. So I picked from the Alan Parsons Project the song Snake Eyes. Once again, the majority of this list, let's just go ahead and say it, is lyrically driven. It's not so much driven by the music. Great music, but the music is not what defines the episodes for me so much as the lyrics. So think on that when you're listening. Episode 4, Cripples, Bastards, and Broken Things. I decided to go with Looking for Love in All the Wrong Places by Johnny Lee, because that's what this entire episode is about. Everyone is looking for love in all the wrong places and going in the wrong direction to get what they actually want. They think they're getting what they want, but that's just what they think. And they are discovering, particularly Sansa, Arya, essentially all the Starks are discovering that the cost of having what you want is getting what you wanted. Next we have episode 5, The Wolf and the Lion. Now, this is the episode that really starts to bring forth the conflicts between different characters. And also Tyrion, even though she's trying to kill him, saves Catelyn Stark's life. I chose for this track I Don't Need a Hero by Concrete Blonde. This is an amazing track. This is a band that I've always loved. I've always followed. I've met Gianna Napolitano a few times, and she is such a cool woman. And, oh my gosh, I would marry her. But she's like my dad's age, so she's probably not interested. I think she has a partner anyway. Episode 6, Golden Crown. This is an episode where people really come out and just stand up to the people who are against them. Tyrion does it. Drogo really does it. That's the name of the episode. In her own way, Dany does it. And so forth. I chose Pink's song, So What? Because I think it conglomerates the entire concept of this episode. Enjoy that and think on it. Like I said, meditate on these songs or listen to them while you watch the episodes. See if you think that I have hit the nail on the head. I feel like I have, but you may disagree. If you do so, leave it in the comments section below. If you agree, leave it in the comments section below. Let me know what you think. Episode 7, You Win or You Die. Now, this episode is all about people breaking their promises. And the perfect song to describe that is, for me, Soul Asylum's classic Promises Broken, which I think defines the thoughts and feelings and mentality of so many of the characters in this episode. I don't want to play out the episode. I'm not going to talk about it forever. But I think if you listen to this track and compare it to the scenes in the episode, I think it's pretty poignant. I hope you do as well. Episode 8, The Pointy End. Well, you knew I had to sneak some hardcore in here, right? And I just felt, because there is so much blood and death and so forth in this episode, that the perfect track would be God of Death by Gabbergoat. Now, this is some hardcore gabber, and sorry, I just had to sneak it in. Forgive me, but I think it works well, and that is my track for episode 8. Episode 9, Baylor. Now, I did my collaboration last week for Halloween with Lauren's Corner. She put together a playlist. I read some poetry. And on her playlist, she had the original studio version of this track. So I found a live version to share with you, because I think it's the perfect track for this episode. And this is Iron Maiden live doing Hallowed Be Thy Name. Listen to the words. Think about Ned Stark. You'll totally get it. I was pretty proud of that one. Actually, that was the first one I came up with when Clarissa threw out this challenge in the first place. So, I hope you dig on that. Finally, we get to the season's finale. And this is the episode called Fire and Blood. Now, I've been wanting to share this remix for so long on this channel, and I found the perfect opportunity. So, this is Bring Me to Life by Evanescence, but this is the Terminite and Arturians remix. This is my favorite remix of the song that I've ever heard, and it is so banging and in your face, and I think it's a great way to end the season, a great way to end this playlist, and a great way to end your day. So, with all of that in mind, that's my Season 1 breakdown, track by track. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Listen to the playlist. Check out my other stuff. It's all in the description. And please, in the meantime, be excellent to one another. And party on.